Hello guys. As you can see, oh my gosh guys, by the way, I was gonna say, as you can see, I've gotten a bit darker, which I'm very happy about, because I just came back from Spain. Well, I came back from Spain yesterday, but I still came back from Spain just now. So I'm just really scared I'm gonna lose my tan, because now I'm back in London. It's like, bro, today it was like raining so much, but then it got sunny and then it rained again. Like, who's surprised? That's just London weather. Like, I'm not shocked, I'm just like, oh my god. And it's just a cycle of when you come back to London you lose your tan. But thankfully it is summer, so I should be able to retain my dark side. As you can see, I got a new tattoo today from this like lovely tattoo artist. I'm so happy. Like, oh my gosh, today I made it a thing where I wanted to really make sure that I like come out my shell a bit more and socialize a bit more, so do a bit more unconventional things, like talking to people, making plans with people I usually wouldn't. Because for me, back in the day, I used to, well, but not back in the day, it was like yesterday, up until recently, like when I make plans with people, it has to be a thing where it's like I need to have an established friendship with them. But now I just want to be able to just spontaneously just hang out with them and stuff, or make plans with them if I think they're cool or nice, even if I'm not necessarily immediately impressed or intrigued. Not impressed, like, I don't know what the word is, but like immediately like, oh my gosh, I need to be their friend. I can just make plans with people. Like, it should be a normal thing to just hang out with strangers. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go to like a pop-up of some kind, invite her to a pop-up before she goes back to Korea, because she was really nice. She was so cute as well. Anyways, yeah, and this was stick and poke. I've never, with this one, this is a matching tattoo I got my mum, so it's her date of birth, she's got mine, I got it for my birthday. That was done with a machine. This is like stick and poke, and I really like it, bro. She was really shocked, the tattoo artist today, she was really shocked that I wasn't like flinching or anything, because I like the pain of tattoos. I'm gonna get a bunch more good ones, like on my arm here. Bro, I'm into Amy Winehouse. Like, I've been into Amy Winehouse since I was like a child, so it's like I knew what type of girl I was. Like, the arm tattoos are a must. I just love them. I think they're really special. Like, I think they're beautiful. Same with earrings, but anyways, that's not what this video is about. Like, I don't know, I was thinking while I was on the plane, and obviously I always do think when I'm on the plane, but usually with my plane journeys, they're quite long, because I go to like countries that are like quite far, like America for example. But Spain from London is like 2 hours, 2 hour 30 minutes max. So it was a sweet spot where I could really think about myself and my life, like, because it's only 2 hours, you know. And something so stupid, of course, something so stupid happened to me. Like, it doesn't even really matter, but like, it's just life, innit? Like, it doesn't have to be like this extravagant like event to matter, you know. It could just be whatever. So this is why you mute people's Instagram stories. I just saw, if you watch my previous videos, you probably saw me like crashing out, you know, over one of my friends, because I thought we were going to stop being friends, but we didn't stop being friends. But it's just weird now. But it's not weird anymore, because I've come to my own conclusion, and I'm just standing up for myself, and I'm like, look, I'm not taking this bullshit anymore. Like, no, I didn't even say that to him. I just said it to myself. Like, I can't control what people do. I'm not going to try and control what people do. I'm going to stop intellectualizing everything that my friends are doing and he's doing, and just taking everything at face value. Like, honestly, like, I'm just going to stop. And on that plane, I was thinking about that, because I was, you know, having a really good time. I was soaking up the sun. I was just really enjoying myself. And then I just got some like really annoying notification or news or whatever, because I accidentally clicked on someone's story that I shouldn't have, because he's muted for good reason. So no hate to him. That's not what this is about. But there's a reason I do that. I don't really want to, you know. And that could have ruined my day. And usually when I get that type of news, when I'm having fun, you know, there's memes where it's like, oh, when you get broken up with and you're on holiday, so you have to like put on a face to not cry and stuff. I didn't get broken up with us. We were not dating. That's no. But it was just something that's like, wow, gut wrenching. But that could have ruined my day, whatever. But I didn't want to let it do that. But I still wanted to feel the emotions. Oh, 4 minutes in, I haven't even got to the point. Who's surprised? But yeah, like, I didn't really know what to do. I didn't cry, surprisingly. Usually with these type of things I cry, but I didn't. And it's because I was talking to myself and I was realizing how empty I was feeling or upset I was feeling and how negative I was feeling, because I was constantly pouring into someone who wasn't pouring into me the same way. Like, I was pouring myself so much into something that's bottomless. Like, you really have to think about it. Why do you feel so empty? Oh, because they did this thing to me and da, da, da. No, that's not why you're feeling empty. Let's be real. That's the first step. You know what I've realized? A lot of people, when they're tackling feeling empty, or when they're tackling why they're feeling something, they only stop at step one. They only stop at the first step. And the first step is, like, obviously understanding what they did to you. But they just think that's it. It's kind of like if you're baking a cake and you're asking Google, oh, what do I need to bake a cake? Or why do I need these products to make a cake? And the answer is, okay, so you need flour, eggs, butter, sugar, milk, whatever. But then you're like, okay, but how do I make the cake? You need the steps. Okay, you need to mix the flour, all the dry ingredients, and add the eggs. Oh, you add the eggs because it's a binding agent. Like, there's a reason for everything. So when you get all of that, it sticks with you longer, because now you know the reason why you need to use those ingredients to make the final product. Instead of, okay, I want a cake. I want to make a cake. Okay, I have flour, eggs, butter, all the ingredients. Now what? You don't just stop at that, like the fact that you need those ingredients. You know, you need to know what to do with those ingredients. So I applied that to my life and my situation at that time, which will stay with me forever, thankfully, because I actually explained to myself, you know, why I need to do those things. So to apply that to this, it's like, if, for example, you're going through a breakup and you're going through all the things they did to you and all the horrible feelings you're feeling, and you're asking, okay, what do I do? What do I do? And someone, like, a lot of people online, they'll just be like, oh, you just, you know, they're a horrible person. They hurt you. You're strong. Don't think about them too much. Don't do this for them too much. Forget about them. That will only work for so long. Like, that doesn't really work, because you will always, like, it's a cycle. You will always end up circling back to the fact that they did those horrible things to you. You won't actually understand what to do with that, because you're still centering them in that scenario. You need to decenter them. People don't really explain what that means. So I'm going to try and, like, get my point across. Because I spoke about it to myself while I was on the bus for like an hour. So I need to just regather my thoughts. But essentially, if you've been broken up with, or if you're going through something where you just feel like you're constantly exerting so much energy into someone else and it doesn't seem to be doing anything, and you actually feel worse, you shouldn't just stop at, oh, they're a bad person, or, oh, I'm too nice, I'm too sweet, I'm too this. You shouldn't stop there, because that's not doing anything. You're not being practical with it. What you should be doing is understanding that the reason you feel empty and the reason you feel like shit is because that person isn't reciprocating the same energy. Now, I'm not going to agree with the take that some people have, where it's like, oh, you need to constantly be in, like, I guess, what's the mutually beneficial relationship where you guys need to constantly be doing the same things for each other. Where it's like, for example, if you don't check on this person on one day, if they don't check on you on one day, that means you shouldn't check on them another day. I'm not saying that. I don't agree with that, because it's the whole, if they wanted to, they would. I don't agree with that. However, there is some truth to it, because it's like, if you keep pouring into someone, like, your whole energy, your whole soul, like, you genuinely care about this person. You want to see them win. You want to be part of their life. Like, you care about them. It does hurt when they're not doing the same thing for you, and that's for good reason, because it's like, it's like you're pouring water into a hole, like a bottomless pit. It's the exact same thing. It is literally like you're pouring water into a bottomless pit, because you can't, it feels like it's draining you, because it's like you're constantly pouring. Let's say the cup's at 100%, you're pouring into this deep well, you can't see the bottom of it. At some point the cup will get to 50% water, the cup is half empty, and you've just poured half of it into this bottomless pit, hoping that someone is at the bottom to fill it, or hoping that the water rises to the top so you can see the fruits of your effort, or the fruits of your labor. But you're never going to see that, because it's a bottomless pit. You can't see the bottom, and that's already, you know, that's why it does feel draining, because you feel like you're not seeing the benefits of why you're doing this. And I'm not saying that you should be doing things for people just to see the benefits. I'm not saying that. However, you can't constantly be doing things for people and putting so much energy into people who don't care about you. And I'm not going to say, it all depends. Like, I know it seems like I'm going like, she's going from this point to this point, but guys, it makes sense, I promise. Like, I'm not even saying that, like, oh, I need to sneeze. So I low-key forgot exactly what I said after I sneezed, but I'm pretty sure I was saying, like, well, I'm going to make the point anyways. thought my phone almost fell, where like you shouldn't be doing things necessarily to get the action reciprocated. However, at the same time, you do need to logically think, why are you putting so much energy into people who don't care about you as much as you care about them? Oh, I remember what I was saying now. Yeah, people not caring about you as much as you care about them. At least that's your perception. And a lot of people, when they make that point, it always ends up being a thing of like, oh, if they don't care about you, you shouldn't care about them. And it's like, that's true, but it's not. And people also make the point of, when you get to this stage of like, oh my gosh, I'm putting all my energy into this person, they're not really reciprocating it. I don't know how to explain it. Like, oh my God, wait. Okay, I remember what I was going to say. A lot of people, when they come to this conclusion, they go online and they see people talking about this, trying to help them. And the people giving the advice will be like, oh, the start them, like the beginning them, when they were like really nice to you and stuff, that's completely fake. And like, they don't care about you at all anymore, so you just have to accept it. Whoa, that's not true. I don't agree with that. Of course there are going to be people that completely lie to you about their personality, but I don't completely agree with the thing of like, they don't care about you at all, because that isn't true most of the case. Like in my case, my friend cares about me, but I don't think we cared about each other in the same degree. Guys, okay, that was what I was trying to say, because I feel like a lot of advice, help channels, people, I'm not a help channel, but it's like a lot of advice, help channels, whatever, they're all kind of saying the same thing of like, oh, if they did this thing to you, you're the victim, and, you know, they don't care about you anymore, suck it up. They do like the whole tough love shit, and I don't really agree with that, because it isn't true. I feel like that's just making people deluded, because to make yourself feel better, they're just giving you the worst possible picture of this person. And I'm obviously not talking about people that have abused you, or like actual, like I'm not talking about the exceptions, you know, the whataboutism. No, we're not, like, I'm talking about in general. Most people are not completely evil or completely good. We're all in the gray area. So everyone in the gray area is the majority. And the majority of people are dating people within that majority. So the majority of people are dating people in the gray area, meaning you're all probably as good and bad as each other, just slightly different levels. It's like, it's that simple. It's like, you can't just think someone is completely evil for doing you dirty, because you've probably been the person to do someone else dirty. So you kind of have to be a bit like introspective, a bit like take a bit of accountability. Because I can't really, for example, get mad at some of the experiences I've gone through, because technically speaking, I've probably been that person to someone else, knowing or not knowing. So it's like, no one's perfect. Like, I know it gets like, no one's perfect, but like genuinely no one is perfect. So you should probably expect to go through bad things. We're all going to go through bad things. So don't completely vilify the person just so like you feel better, because you're not solving the root of the issue. They're saying that to make you feel better. These people who are saying they don't care about you anymore, they never cared about you, they're trying to make you feel like shit and make you angry at the other person. No one likes being angry, and you shouldn't be striving to be angry at someone. It doesn't feel good and doesn't do anything to them. Because you're going to be like, oh my gosh, why are they winning in life? Why are they getting everything? Because you want karma for them. You want negative karma for them. You want them to do so bad. And you think you're being dealt all the shit cards, when it's like, maybe they're not a terrible person. Maybe you guys just didn't work out. Whether it's relationships, friendship, family, whatever it is. Like, apply it to whatever. School, whatever. It's like, I don't know. I feel like everyone's a bit self-righteous. A bit like self-centered in the bad way. Where they're just very egotistical. And I don't think that's a good thing. Because it's like, in my scenario, I'll speak for myself. He's not a bad person. He's a good friend. He has his own life. It's that simple. I have my own life. You know, it's like, it is what it is. I don't need to make everything so hectic for myself and constantly putting so much of myself into something that just isn't. Because I'm going to be honest, I was just doing too much. Like, I can't lie. Like, I'm not even saying, for example, for all the lover girls, lover boys out there, I'm not, or in friendships, relationships, I'm not saying you should stop being like that. I'm not saying you should become like this fucking femme fatale, David Goggins, red pill, fucking grind set person. I'm not saying you should do all of that. However, I am saying that you should tone it down a bit and at least reevaluate why. Like, always be reevaluating why you're doing what you're doing. Don't just do things for the sake of, oh, I'm the sweetest person in the world, like, this is just who I am. Like, because even my mum, like, I was talking to my mum and she was saying how she had this terrible, I told her she was a terrible friend. She had this terrible friend he was just not a nice friend to her, but my mum kept doing nice things for her and checking up on her, wishing her congratulations on her wedding, her friend's wedding. Wow. And like doing kind things for her. And my mom is a sweet person, so I didn't tell her to stop, but I did tell her, like, why are you doing this for her if she wouldn't do the same for you? And not even in the, oh, if they wanted to they would type of way. I'm not saying you should do things just for people to do good things back to you, but you have to really think about it. Do they really care for you? Because you should look at their actions. Words and actions go hand in hand. You can't have just one and not the other. You need both. And it seems like the woman's doing a lot of chatting. All right, she's not doing anything nice for you. So like, I don't really, and my mom does get taken advantage of, what she used to. So it's like, even with my friends, I tell them, or just anyone in general, I just tell them, don't let yourself be taken advantage of for your kindness and stuff. Like, it's such a sad thing. But it's like, when you put so much energy into someone, it will drain you. Because again, with the cup analogy, if you've got a full cup, you're pouring it into this bottomless pit. You're not seeing where the water's going. You're just hoping that it's being caught by something and that it will eventually rise to the top. But then what if it never does? It's a bottomless pit. You don't know this. And you're probably just making the person out to be a lot better than they are. That also doesn't mean that when things end, you should make them out to be worse than they are. Like, I don't believe in demonizing anyone. Everyone I've interacted with, been with, friends, boyfriends, just those type of relationships, whatever, I don't ever demonize them or make fun of them after we've stopped talking for whatever reason. Like, usually it'll be me having to stop the relationship, but I don't ever demonize them or call them ugly or insult them or berate them afterwards. Like, I don't really feel like that's productive, if that makes sense. Like, I don't really feel like that's productive. It doesn't, and you're lying to yourself, because at some point, for example, if you're calling them ugly, you did like them at some point. You did find them attractive. You can understand that you've been seeing the world through rose-tinted glasses, but don't be silly. Don't do that. And with the whole rose-tinted glasses thing, like, that usually means like you're seeing the world a lot better than it actually is, or you're just seeing things as a lot sweeter than they are. But I think we're all wearing some type of glasses, because we're all viewing the world through like perception. We're not living in reality. Well, we're not living in reality. We're not seeing the world in reality. I think that the only creatures who are doing that are like non-sentient animals or insects creatures, because they're living in reality. They're not sentient. This world we've created isn't real. The earth is real, but like these, like this fucking plushie, like, this is not natural. Sorry, I thought I tipped over my cupcake. That's the video coming after this. I don't know why this video is so long. I think it's because like I'm just not explaining myself properly, but I don't really know. But yeah, we're constantly viewing the world through perception, so nothing is actually real. The world is essentially what we make it. So when we're talking to these people and interacting with all these people and experiencing all these things, the human experience, it's all through perception. So that means that we can, what the fuck? I'm getting a phone call, not answering that, sorry bumps. I'm gonna probably like end this video in like the next minute or so, depending on if like I really make the point I want to, but I think I have pretty much gotten across what I wanted to get across. I really get scared when people call me that don't usually call me, because then I'm thinking, shit, did I do something wrong? Fuck. But you know what? I don't know that yet. It's like Schrodinger's terrible incident. Like, you don't know until you really check it. And it's an Instagram call, so I'm like kind of scared. But yeah. If you feel shit, it's probably because you're putting your energy into someone who isn't doing the same for you. And I'm not even saying that they should be doing the same thing for you, the exact same thing, but you should at least be able to gauge like that they appreciate it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they should at least appreciate it, because not everyone wants to like, or is able to, or can like, interact with you the same way you interact with them, because we're all different people. You do need to remember at the very end of the day, like, we all are different. So you can't expect every single person ever to like be like you, and you shouldn't. That's boring and it's not natural. But at the same time, you should look out for yourself and understand you're not the problem. By the way, I'm not shaming anyone that does this, that pours into people that don't do the same for them. Like, we have all been there. Anyone saying that they haven't been there is a liar. We've all been there. We've all been stupid for someone. And I think that's fine. I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't see what's wrong with it. But when you start feeling drained, it's like, you should probably stop, because it just isn't good for you, to be honest. Like, it just doesn't do anything for you, and you're gonna just, at some point, the glass that's 50% will go to 0%, and you have nothing left to give, and that's when you start, you know, going in a really dark place mentally. I've been there many times, trust me. So yeah, hopefully my point got across. Yeah, I hope my point got across. Like, I really do, because I don't know, I think it's important to talk about, because I feel like people, when they talk about these type of topics, they don't really touch on the details of it. Like, they don't really go into it. They just, again, they talk about the surface level stuff. They tell you about all the ingredients you need to make a cake, but they don't tell you how to make the cake and why you need those ingredients. If you understand what I'm saying. I'm not talking about a cake, obviously, but yeah, my lips look really great, and I don't really care. I'm not applying lip products. I think I like licked it off. I took a nap. Oh my gosh, ever since I went to Spain, I've been taking like siestas. Like, bro, that shit will change your life. If you feel like shit like around 3 p.m, 4 p.m, 5 p.m, literally take a nap and then wake up after like an hour or two. I think, like, yeah, 2-hour naps like the sweet spot. You'll feel so refreshed afterwards. Oh my gosh. I do feel really refreshed, because I was so tired. Granted, I did wake up at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Sorry guys, I'm not a morning person. I know that's not crazy, but